EMDR. Eye movement desensitization reprocessing involves moving the eyes side to side while recounting a traumatic or fearful narrative. When I first heard about EMDR, from my stance as a vision scientist, I thought the whole thing was kind of crazy and half-baked. It never made any sense to me why EMDR would work until several years ago when I saw, because I reviewed no fewer than 5 papers, some in animal models, others in humans, looking at lateral eye movements, meaning eye movements from side to side with eyes open, not eyes up or down. And what was observed in these experiments, in all of them actually, all 5 of those papers, was a dramatic reduction in the activation and actually an inhibition, a suppression of the fear or threat reflex circuitry, which was a jaw dropper for me. I thought, wow, actually it was a jaw dropper, eye widener for me. I thought, oh my goodness, maybe this EMDR stuff works. Many laboratories are now pursuing that idea, and it's looking very likely. Why would that happen? Well, just very briefly, lateralized eye movements. I'll just do it with my eyes, even though, it's a little embarrassing to do that because I know it looks strange. I don't mind because I'm doing EMDR, and EMDR reduces activation of the amygdala and related circuitries, which reduces anxiety and reduces the amplitude of the threat reflex, reduces sympathetic autonomic arousal. In other words, we feel calmer or we feel less alert, less stressed when moving our eyes from side to side. And the just so story about this is that these are the sorts of eye movements that we do when we are ambulating, moving through space through some sort of self-generated motion. And one can make up a pretty reasonable story in the evolutionary context or ethological context that forward movement and fear are generally incompatible with one another, that generally a fear response involves a freezing or a retreating. Some people will advance, but that's usually a trained advance in response to fear, so first responders and so forth. Most people freeze or retreat when they're afraid.